Hi there. It's been a very long time since I've done one of these video blogs. In fact, the last time was 2 weeks post-op, I think on the 9th of October 2011. Today's date is now the 22nd of September 2014, and it's the 3-year anniversary since I donated my kidney to my mum. And I'm extremely pleased to say that it all came good in the end. For those of you that saw the very last diary blog that I did back in 2011, the kidney was rejected at that time. To be fair, I'd actually forgotten until I sat and sort of read back and listened to what I'd put on there with the look at doing this video. But yeah, time sure does fly, and everything came good in the end. And we've had 3 healthy, happy years, touch wood. There's been a couple of little blips along the way, but nothing too major. And generally, life is good. My mum is doing very well. She's back to work as normal. She's bright and energetic. Her tablets have gone from sort of 44 at one stage down to 11 tablets a day, which is a vast, major improvement, to her life, and to not being sort of stood there for God knows how long, swallowing all these tablets and silly things. But no, she's generally doing really well. Me, myself, absolutely fine. Like I say, we're 3 years down the line. Yes, I've got my scars, which are all nicely healed, and on some occasions you can barely even see them. They really have done a fantastic job in looking after us. Went to the hospital last week for my annual blood test, as I have to have done now. So once a year I'll get checked out. So I go for a blood test the week before, and then I've got to go back this Wednesday for the results of them. But the past, couple of years, everything's been absolutely fine. My GFR, which was my filtration rate, as I mentioned in the past ones, that was at 93 when I started this process. Dipped down slightly. I think at my last check I was on 80 something. That was about a year ago, so I'm hopeful that I'll still be around the same mark. But either way, I feel absolutely fine, and there's nothing major that's sort of happened since that time. Differences to me? Not really. I was advised after the operation that I shouldn't really have ibuprofen or any sort of profens, because they can scar your kidney. So just to help that one that's left now, not to take them. But other than changing to paracetamol once in a while, it's no issue at all. And so I go for my 1 year checkup, and that's absolutely fine. My mum still has 2 checkups a year. Does have more regularly if needed, if there's any problems. She's just been for her blood test today, and then she'll go back next week as well for her checkup, just to make sure that everything is doing as it should. But again, everything so far has been really good. So I just wanted to sort of sum up. Like I say, 3 years is a long time. It doesn't feel like it. It's flown by. But for anybody out there that is thinking about live donation, I don't just want to say do it. It's not necessarily the right decision for everybody. But I can honestly say, I went into that process. I first sort of found out about it and considered it at the age of 23. I'm 27 years of age now. Wouldn't change it for the world. It was definitely the right decision for us. And I sort of sat there at the time and said to myself, if my mum got an extra year out of it, or whatever it is, then fantastic. We're on 3 years now, and touch wood, that is the start of another 30 years. The longer it goes on, the better, and we're all extremely pleased with the progress and how well things have worked, and the support from the hospital. They're fantastic, and we wouldn't have been here without them. It just seemed, as I say, it does seem odd this time 3 years ago. I can remember exactly what we were doing. I can remember waking up, and I can remember that groggy feeling and being puffy and orange and all those lovely things. And I am going to put some pictures on, because I think maybe some people might want to sort of see what's what. So I'm going to put a couple of pictures up after this, which literally are of donation day and are of the after pictures, just so you can get a sort of true account as to what you're potentially going to put your body through. And I will put pictures of my kidney on there, because back 3 years ago, I'm just one of those odd people that said to the registrar, can you please kindly take a picture of my kidney for me when it's out, before it goes into my mum? Which they did, they obliged. So I've got that to keep, and I even went on to have it tattooed on my back. So I've got a lovely kidney reminder permanently with me wherever I go. And overall, I'm just so pleased with the way things turned out. Scary back then because you honestly didn't know, and I think looking back on those video blogs that I did, I probably put on a bit more of a front than anything. But deep down, like I say, you know, family, support, friends got me through that. Couldn't be more grateful. And I say everything is going really well. So if you are considering live donation, you know, come back and refer to these blogs. Feel free to get in contact via YouTube, no problem at all. I'll be happy to speak to anybody, and hopefully, like I say, these videos have gone some way to offering some kind of valid recent update and support to somebody that might have the same considerations that I had back then. But I say, if that is yourself, then I wish you all the best of luck, and hopefully you'll have the happy ever after that we've all had. Thanks for taking the time to sit and listen to me.